Audio-video recommendations for making up classes. This is the agenda for today. Introduction and context, working asynchronously, working synchronously, and resources. Working asynchronously. When recording an audio file, we recommend that you start with a script. This will help you avoid going out on tangents or leaving things out, and that will ensure your video is ADA compliant. In general, unless you are working with a specific program that requires a different format, you should save your file as a .wav or a .mp3 file. These are the most common file formats and have the best quality for the file size. Additional considerations, which are on the next slide, to consider when you are actually recording your file. Placement. The placement of the mic is just as important as the distance, which would be just outside of your breath range, below and off to the side, but pointing directly at your mouth. It's easy to find the right location. Take a very deep breath and place both your hands around 8 to 12 inches in front of your mouth. Now blow hard and move your hands around until you can't feel your breath. That's where you want your microphone. Avoid plosives, or popping P's. Speak over the mic and avoid pushing air into the mic, causing popping P's and other plosives, which are stop consonants. Liquids. Have room temperature water or tea with you. Avoid coffee, soda, milk, and juice as they produce more phlegm. Posture. Stand up, or if sitting, don't slouch. Breathing. Take a nice deep breath before you speak, but take that breath off to the side a bit so that you don't get a big whooshing breath sound on your recording that you'll have to edit out later. Find a quiet place to record. When speaking, practice reading through the script first and be relaxed. If you misspoke, pause for a couple of seconds and then restart at the beginning of the sentence or paragraph. The pause will help you when you need to go and edit out the mistake. Additional considerations to consider when you are eventually recording your file. Test recording. A simple way to test a microphone is to say the following over and over. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Check, check, check. I'm sure you may have heard some roadie at a rock concert set up a microphone and they usually utter that phrase. And there's usually a good reason for it. A simple phrase allows you to quickly find the peak of your voice and the middle ground. Test will be at the peak of your volume and check will be the middle ground. It's a quick way to find just the right volume level for your microphone. We have the directions for adding audio to a PowerPoint presentation on the EdTech resources site, since there are slight differences between versions and platforms. But let's open PowerPoint and take a look at how this is done. First, we'll go over adding the audio to a presentation. Here's a tip. Record one audio slide at a time before importing, so that if you make a mistake, it's easy to fix. On the Insert tab, select Audio and browse for your file. Once PowerPoint has imported your file, an icon will appear on your slide, and the Playback tab will appear. Remember that any editing you do in PowerPoint will make your file size larger, so if you need to do extensive editing, then we recommend using another program, like Audacity first. You can choose to start on click or automatically, and you can choose to hide that speaker icon during the show. Once you've finished your presentation, you can export it as a video. To do so, open the menu where you would open a file, create a new file, save a file, etc. There's an export option. Click it. You'll be given a list of options, and from there, choose Create a Video. You can choose the presentation quality and if you want to use recorded timings and narrations. Then just click Create Video. In order to embed videos into Blackboard, you'll first need to upload the video either to your Google Drive or YouTube account and then paste in the embed code in a Blackboard item. Here are the directions for uploading a video to Google Drive and then embedding the video on Blackboard. A link to this printable guide is on the EdTech resource page for this workshop. It looks like a lot of steps, but once you've done this a couple of times, it doesn't take long. Just remember that to get to the HTML code, you need to first click on the menu with the 3 little dots at the top right of the screen. That's also called the hamburger menu. And then you'll need to click on the same menu in the window that pops up, and then you'll see an embed option. This is a similar process. First, you upload your video, and then you get the share code. There are a couple of differences. In YouTube, to get the embed code, you would need to click on the share arrow icon. For those of you who would like to generate your own thumbnail, instead of the one YouTube sets as the default from a frame within your video, these printable directions can also be found on the EdTech resource site for this workshop. And then, once you've uploaded your video and have the share code, you'll need to paste that into your Blackboard course item. Please note that after you've pasted the code, you will need to click the Update button, which will return you to the Edit Item window. You will see a yellow box appear instead of your video, and don't worry, this is supposed to happen. Once you're finished editing your item, make sure to click the Submit button. If you've forgotten how to create or edit an item on Blackboard, we've included the link to the directions on the EdTech resource site for you. They can also be found on the Faculty Help tab in Blackboard, along with a quick video version of the directions. Additional ideas for working asynchronously. Nimbus is a browser extension and can take both screenshots and screencasts of your open tab. The screen capture feature also has many useful editing features. Screencast-O-MATIC is available in the browser or as a download. The free version comes with basic features. Jing is software you download and can take both screenshots and screencasts. The free version is limited to 5 minutes at a time. If you're on a Mac, you can also record screencasts with QuickTime. On a Windows 10 machine, you can use the Windows key plus G to launch a tool that will let you record your screen. Educreations. This app is iPad only, which is unfortunate, but if you have an iPad, you should take advantage of this free app. You'll be able to record your voice over images, as well as use the pen feature. Here's a tip. If you have a PowerPoint, you can export your slides as images. You can record HD quality video with your smartphone, and if you do so, it's best to use a tripod so the footage doesn't shake. To edit, we recommend using the free video editor if you're using Windows 10, and if you're on a Mac, we recommend iMovie. We have links to tutorials and resources for both on the EdTech page. Working synchronously. Fordham's WebEx conferencing software can be used, or if you need something on the fly, Google Hangouts has a video chat option, which works best for small groups under 10. Resources. We put all of our workshop slides and resources online, and we are currently working on creating videos of all the slides. We have offices on all 3 campuses. At Westchester, you can meet with Kanchan. At Rose Hill, you can meet with Sean, Nicole, and Heather. And at Lincoln Center, you can meet with Lindsay and Kristen. We have help available in our labs, and you can contact us to schedule a time to meet, in person or virtually.